Okay, let's move on to the next chart. Okay, here we have this trend line, and this candle closed right on the trend line. We can go with the buyers here if we have other reasons. Okay, for me personally, I wouldn't take this trade. You know why? Because we have this round number here. You see a little bit of, round number here. We got rejected. We have a spinning candle on the level, so we might drop. Okay, that's why we have a weak buyer's candle. Even if you took this trade, that'll be probably winning trade if you enter with a little bit of marginal safety, or even if you take immediately, that'll be a winning trade. Okay, so this is another example of trend lines. And for example, this is another example. Okay, that you see that this candle closed on this trend line, and this is the only reason. Okay, we have this round number as well, so we basically have a breakout of round number. Like I said, I'm not covering breakouts here. Okay, let's see if we can find another level to combine with this and take the trade. Okay, you see that we have this level, horizontal level, we have this trend line. Okay, is that right? And we also have a weak candle, reversal candle. Okay, this is a mutual green candle, and like I said, this is a spinning candle closing on a level. It's reversal, so we have reversal candle. We can take this trade easily. Okay, and also I know that so many of you are looking at here and say that, okay, we have this round number here, we have price action levels, this is a strong levels, we have momentum every time, but it didn't work. I know it didn't work, but I'm keeping this example for the gaps explanation, because there is a gap, and I will explain this, why this doesn't work and why you should avoid these kind of trades. Okay, I will explain this on the gaps section. Okay, so let's see. This is another trend line, but we have a little bit of gap here. This is basically not safe to take this trade, even though because the intersection is somewhere here, and also there's a gap. Maybe you can combine this with this seller's entry, but since I didn't really teach the rejections and the supply and demand, I can't really say to you that you can take this trade, even though this is one of those patterns that needs retracement, like I explained that at the previous video. Previous example, I'm sorry. Previous example, this is a 3-bar up pattern and it needs a retracement. This trade also is takeable, let's say, but because I didn't really teach supply and demand, I will avoid this. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, here you see that we have a perfect level here, and with these rejections. Okay, so we can really take this trade, and also, no, not this one, I'm sorry, take this trade and also this trade. Okay, because we have again a pattern that needs retracement. This is the retracement. This is a red hammer pretty much closing on this level, so it's going to reverse the next candle. We can take this trade easily, and also we combine this with this round number. Okay, this makes it even stronger. Okay, so let's see if there's any other. Okay, here, no, you see that it broke this and it didn't close on the trend line, so we're not going to take this. Okay, about this, no, it didn't close on the trend line. What about this? Yeah, this is perfect, man, not gonna lie, this is perfect. This is an engulfing pattern, needs retracement, so retracement requirement and trend line, closing on the trend line, and also we have this doji here, which plays a significant role here to have a retracement right here. So this is one of those examples that it works very good. Okay, and also we have this gap example. I will hold these for gaps explanation. Okay, so yeah, let's just move on. We also have a level here. If you look closer, there's a level here you can trust, this one as well. Okay, again, we have a pattern here, needs retracement, seller's entry. Okay, you already know everything. Okay, let's go. Okay, easy. Here, let's see, we have this trend line. We see that it's closed on the trend line. Look closer, it closed on the trend line. Okay, let's see if we have anything to combine. Okay, we have buyer's entry to combine, we have previous resistance to combine, okay, and we have everything to combine to go with buyers here. Okay, there's also psychological sequences that I didn't really talk about, so I'm just gonna ignore that. Okay guys, listen, there's tons of concepts that if you learn even more about concepts, you have more things to combine. Okay, so the combination of these reasons gonna make you taking a high win rate trades. Okay, for example, here we have two sellers entry, but it broke this area and still gap to this round number, so it's gonna push the price to up and fill the gap. Okay, also here we have a horizontal level, but this is not a second target. This is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th touch, so it's basically a weak level, but since this is combined with this round number, okay, it's gonna give us a retracement. Okay, but basically I would probably take this trade. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, let's see if there's any. Okay, no. Okay, you have to just work on, you have to install one of these apps and just practice. Okay, this is a Epic Pen, I guess. Epic Pen, you can download it and just go and test everything out yourself in a demo account. Okay, so yeah, you see that we have this trend line, we have this level, okay, and this candle closed on the level. It has nothing to do with the trend line, okay, but it closed on the level, and this is a pattern that needs retracement. Okay, so yeah, let's see, we have, okay, this is another example. Oh my god, look at this. This is 4 zeros round number. If we draw the line, you see that this is a very good intersection to take your trade based on the SNR combination strategy. Okay, this is perfect trade you can take. Okay, you know what guys, when I was kind of taking this option trading serious, there was a period of time in my life that I used to sit behind my laptop and look for perfect positions. Okay, like for example, I would sit for 1.5 hours when the London market opened, because it's the most volatile market to open. And yeah, I would sit, just look for the best possible positions, and that way I made a lot of money. But for now, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time because I go to the college. I have some students, not binary option students. Okay, yeah, I have to really work on them. And yeah, that's why I can't really wait for the perfect position. And I take basically, if you checked my live trades, I do I also have a couple of losing trades as well, because I can't really sit for a long time and searching for perfect positions. I basically see high probability positions and I take them. Okay, so but if you have time, you can sit around and just look for the best possible positions and increase your margin, increase your money. Okay, and let's see. Okay, we have a beautiful example of gaps here. You see this gap here. I will talk about these later. Let's see, we have buyer's entry here. Okay, no, it broke. You see that we have buyer's entry here as well. Okay, this is basically a price channel. Okay, but because we have this strong round number here, we did get a retracement. Okay, if we didn't have any round number and this was in the strong level, that would be keep dropping. Okay, and let's go to the next example. Okay, okay, you see that it closed on this trend line, combined with this round number, you can take this trade easily. Okay, another example. Okay, closed on this trend line. Oh my god, closed on this trend line. We have this pattern here, it needs retracement. This is a engulfing pattern, and yeah, we can take this trade easily. We can also take this trade based on the engulfing strategy. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about the trend line today. I'm not really talking about the other opportunities. Okay, so yeah, look at this. We can detect this seller's entry as well. You see? Okay, let's move on. Okay, here I will draw all the trend lines, and then okay, this trend line, this big trend line, you see that the first time it has rejected. Okay, so this trend line has consumed. Okay, the fourth time, this is the fourth time it's been touching, so it gets what? High risk. High risk. So we only take our trades on third touch, remember, but still it gave us retracement. And about this one, okay. About this one, let's see. Okay, this is the first losing trade that you're gonna have. Okay, this is basically a losing trade because you have this trend line, and this candle closed on this trend line, and if you combine this, you're gonna lose this trade, but no problem losing a trade. Okay, let's see. Okay, here you see that we have this trend line. It's not really close on this trend line, so never mind. This is not closing on the trend line. Okay, here you see that this candle closed on the trend line, so we can take this trade. This is also a pattern. Okay, so it's going to give us a retracement, and we can take this trade easily. Okay, that's it about the examples of combination of trades based on the trend line and horizontal SNR line. Okay, and finally we're going to talk about gaps on levels. Okay, so let me just if you need to screenshot or whatever, you can take, because I'm going to delete all of these. Okay, I'm deleting all of them because I want to draw something about gaps. Okay. Okay, so this is the first type of gaps, gap up and gap down to the level. So let's say we have a strong level, okay, strong level, and then the price is coming up, and suddenly we have a gap up, basically jump on the level. Okay, so if there wasn't any gap, the price, for example, starts from right here, that would be a green candle. Okay, because there's a gap, we got this red candle. The reason why is because this is a strong level and this is seller's area. Okay, let me see, this is seller's area, so there's a lot of sellers waiting for candle close on the level so they can enter. Okay, but the candle didn't close on the level, the next candle jump on and opened on the level. So this is basically there's no difference with closing on this level. Okay, if this candle was closed on the level, the sellers would enter. The next candle opened on the level, again the seller is gonna enter. Okay, so this is one of those gaps that some people think that because there's a space, the next candle should be, green. That's true, but if there's a gap, that's gonna be opposite. Okay, that's why I say that always when this candle closes, wait for 2 seconds just to see that the next candle where it's gonna get opened. Okay, so this is the first example, and this is the buying example. So in the first type of gap, let me just clean this sellers. yeah, the first type of gaps, we go in the direction of that strong level. So let me just write this down. So let me just make this blue. First type of gap, we go with the direction of the level. Okay, is that clear? Okay. Then we have this second type of gap, okay? Which I will draw it right here, okay? Okay guys, this is the second type of gap on the level, okay? And I will write about them right here. Okay, in second type of gap, on the level, okay, we go on the direction of the trend, okay? We go with the direction of the trend, okay? Trend. The reason why is because in the previous type, we jumped up on the strong levels seller's entry, and then obviously sellers should enter. But here we jumped down, okay? So we had this trend, okay? This candle reached the seller's area, then the next candle didn't open on the seller's area to sellers to enter. It opened on the still in the buyer's trend, so buyer's gonna fill the gap, okay? This is normally fine to fill the gap, okay? This is strong level, so sellers are rejecting, and the next candle is gonna be red, okay? Let me just try it for you as well. So here we have a little bit of discussion between buyers and sellers, and most of the time I'm not suggesting taking this sell trade, but most of the time it's just the level, the buyers or sellers on the level finally get entered if this candle closes on the level, okay? Again, I'm saying that this level is strong, okay? So this is about gaps on the levels. So gaps itself, like, it's a broad topic to talk about, okay? If I want to go into detail, into momentums, different kind of gaps, okay, it's gonna be it's gonna take a lot of time, okay? Because we have so many kind of gaps, and gaps basically because of confliction of momentum and volume. And I don't want to really go into the momentum and volume right now because I don't know how long this video is going to be, so I can't really go deep into the gaps. But this is the only thing you should know about gaps on the level, okay? And yeah, this is about the gaps. Let's go to the chart and show you the examples. Oh, let me just write these descriptions real quick. I'm sorry. Okay, let me just write them down. Okay, so this is the description of this gap as well. So you can take a screenshot, whatever you want. Then I will go to the chart and show you the examples, okay? Okay, let's go to the chart. Okay, in this example, you will see that this is the, if I zoom in, you see this, this candle close here, but we have this round number here. So if I draw this level from this round number, you will see that there's still a gap, and if you look closer, you see that the candle has jumped up and closed from it started from this level, okay? If you look at this is the first type of gap, okay? So this is the first example of the first type of gap, okay? Here, if you look closer here, you have this trend line, okay? Is that right? This is right, okay? So this is the buyer's entry, okay? And we can take this trade, okay? But we're not going to talk about this trade for now. I'm talking about these gaps, okay? What does they What does it mean when you see these gaps? Okay, you see that the first gap here, this is the second type of gap, okay? This is the trend, and it jumps up, okay? The second type, if you look at it, this is the trend, and it jumps up, okay? So it's make a distance between the candle and the level, okay? This candle jumps up right here, closed here, jumped up, okay? So we go with the trend. The trend is coming down, so we take this trade as a sell trade, okay? This one. The next candle as well. You see that this candle closed here. The next one opened from here, and this is the level, okay? This is the level. So just like the second type of gaps, you see that? Trend is coming down, it jumps up, so we go with the trend, okay? So, and yeah, we could take these two trades, and then we have this trend line, closed on the trend line, intersection, let's go, okay? Next example, okay. For example, let's say this is a level, okay? And this candle has came up, still there's a gap to this level, so normally we would go with buyers, is that right? Okay, so we see suddenly it starts with a gap, retests this level, and then reject, okay? That's the time we should enter as a sell trade immediately, because we see this gap, it's basically jumped up, it couldn't make it really jump up and open here, because that's a lot of distance, but it made his best, I mean the candle made his best to kind of make the sellers enter the market. Jumps up here, then picked up the sellers, dropped, okay? So this is basically the first, this is the first type of gap right here, okay? Let's go to the next. This one. Okay, we have this price action level here. We have the round number as well. This is perfect entry for buyers. But here, this candle closed here, a strong long candle, sign of reversal. So we have everything with the buyers for the next candle. Then suddenly this candle opens with a little bit of gap. So you wonder why I lost this trade, okay? This is the second type of gap. If you look here, this is the second type of gap. Which one? This one, yeah. That this candle closed on the level, but the next candle opened with a gap and make a little bit of space to the level. So this space should be filled. So the next candle comes down, okay? The next one. Okay, here. If you look closer, we have this round number, okay? You see this line? This is a round number. Let's see how many zeros it does have. 2 zeros, okay? Yeah, if we draw this level, this is a round number, and this candle closed on the round number, okay? With a little bit of shadow, okay? And also we have this doji. You all remember this doji break. So we already know that the next candle should be a selling trade, okay? So we see that this candle closed on this round number, so obviously we go with the sellers. We also have a little bit of, jump up here, okay? It's not a lot of jump, so still it makes this even stronger because it's still on this level, okay? This is another example of the gaps. Let's go to the next one. Okay, here, if you look at this, there's a gap here, okay? There's a gap here. Let's say, oh my God. Let's say this is a level, okay? And then this level comes and kind of closes. Let me just draw this level properly. Okay, like I said, one from here, one from here. Okay, so this is your zone. This is your zone, is that right? Okay. It's combined with this round number with 2 zeros, okay? So this is very strong zone, and this candle closed on this zone, so we obviously should go with the buyers for the next candle, but we have a jump up, so we go with the trend. This is second type of gap we discussed here, okay? This is second type of gap, so we go with the trend here, okay? The good thing about gaps, sometimes we have these kind of gaps. The next time price comes in close on this gap, we can go again with the previous trend, okay? This is another thing that I just revealed for you, okay? I didn't talk about this in this video, but for now, I'm telling you this. Let me just see if there was any other, okay, for example, here also as well, look at this. This was a strong level, there was a gap, next time price reached this area, then we can go with the previous trend that is, this gap has been created, okay? So this is a bonus point for you guys, okay? And yeah, let's see. Here we have a strong seller's entry, okay? This candle closed here. You see that this green candle, let me just zoom in. And then the next candle, this is the seller's entry, opened right on this seller's entry, okay? This seller's entry comes from that far, okay? So this is another example of the first type of gap, okay? So yeah, these are the examples of gaps, and I feel like I covered all the questions you asked about. And yeah, let's just see some examples of the trades that I recently took. Okay, I have four screenshots for you to see. I mean, this trade was in compounding trading session. You can see that we have this seller's entry, okay, and then combined with this round number with 2 zeros, okay, and this is a one of those patterns that I never talked about, and it closed with rejection as the same size of this rejection, okay? So I didn't really mention in the video, but there's some points that I can't really mention every point because it's gonna be too long, okay? That's the only reason, okay? So we also have this trend line, as you can see. We have this trend line, we have this, we have a confluence here, and also we have this round number, okay? We have the same rejection as the previous time. We have, this rejection coming from the previous supply area, okay? There's a lot of points to talk about, okay? That's why I took this trade as in my compounding session, okay? The next trade is this one. You see this red green pattern here, you see this doji break here, you see this trend line here, okay? Trend line here, you see this seller's entry here, okay? You see this rejection point here, you see this round number here, you see that? You see this round number here, okay? You see this marginal safety trade, okay? That's why I took this trade, okay? I'm not taking my trades blindly. You might see in the videos that I just take, I don't know, 7 trades in 8 minutes, and you will probably think that, oh, this guy just throwing out the trades and he doesn't know what the hell is doing. But I have my reasons to take my trades, okay? I can't really tell all the reasons in the video, but yeah, that's how it works for me, okay? Here as well, we have seller's entry here, strong rejection previously from this area. We have round number with 2 zeros, and we have rejection point. Rejection point is something else, bro, okay? We have marginal safety, we have red green pattern, okay? We have a lot of things to go with the sellers here, okay? You see that? You see this level? How many times it touched? 1, 2, 3, okay? And these are just some random trades that I recently took. And okay, that's it for today, guys. I hope it was clear for you, and I hope I answered all your questions. Please like the video if you want the next part, okay? And if this video reaches 400 likes, like I said before, I will create one more part about this, okay? So I know kind of it's impossible to reach 400. That's why I'm asking for that, okay? So yeah. And yeah, please practice these points in the demo account. There's a link in the description. There's a free demo account and also a link for registration in Pocket option. And there's 50% bonus for your first deposit. So make sure you check it out if you want to do a deposit, okay? And yeah, thank you for all your supports, guys. We just hit these 700 subs, and that's a lot. And yeah, we're growing too fast, man. Sometimes I just go crazy about that. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Please join the Telegram channel, and if you have any question you can ask there. And yeah, thank you for all your support and likes and everything. Peace out.